Everybody, it's Scott Casper, Takedown Wrestling. We continue our coverage of the sport coast to coast, border to border, and to all the ships at sea. It's time to talk with Dave Dean. Coming up, the Freak Show, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Make your calendars now, or mark them anyway, for October 23rd to the 25th. Dave Dean joins us. Dave, tell everybody where you are today.
I'm in Brockport, New York. It's just right up near Lake Ontario in central, kind of central upstate area of New York.
Are you
So
participating in a camp, or what's going on up there?
I'm somewhat participating. I have my two sons are here, and we're doing something that is pretty cool. With it's Rob Cole's team camp. We're live streaming it, so people at home are actually able to see the scores and then watch their kids wrestle live. In fact, he has a team here from Japan that the families and folks back in Japan, we've been getting kudos from them. They've been able to watch their kids participate in the camp here, so it's pretty cool.
I wouldn't even know what that time difference is. It's got to be 12 to 13 hours time difference, yeah?
Yeah, probably. I have to pull out my global timekeeper thing, whatever, to check on see if that's exact. I'm not sure.
I'm not either. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the topic at hand, the Big Southwest Kickoff Classic, coming up October 23rd through the 25th. Dave, this is your fifth year?
Yes. We started out 5 years ago in Valleys. And in our first year, spent the last 3 years at the Rio, and this year we're at the Westgate, part of the Las Vegas Convention Center.
So, first of all, the change is I gotta believe is in part because of the massive number of kids. How many kids have you had over the years? And talk to us about the growth of the event.
When the first year when we started out, we had just over 700 kids. Last year we had a little over 2,200, and we clearly have maximized at the space at the Rio. We're in a 55,000 square foot venue there, the footprint, and the Westgate offers us a 70,000 square foot space. So we're going to be able to allow for continued growth.
Talk to us about how many mats you put down, and what's the average number of matches a kid will get when he wrestles at the Freak Show.
I don't know well, we could put out down up to 30 mats and with seating in this venue. Kid loses 2 matches, he's out. I don't know. Kids maybe are averaging 4, 5 matches each. I mean, there's some kids getting 8 matches. If they lose at the wrong time and come back through the brackets, it could be quite a long journey. But kids get if they can survive, they'll get a lot of matches.
And that's what it's about, survival through the Freak Show. It's coming up October 23rd through the 25th. How much is registration right now?
Um, the fee for registration,
Right.
it's $50, I believe.
So $50 is paid by October 18th. That's your first deadline. After that, 19th to the event is $70. So you can save $20 right now by registering. I understand registrations are hot and heavy.
Yep, it goes pretty well. The hotel, we've already sold, quite a few of the rooms in the hotel block are gone. People know that they got to make accommodations pretty early. It's a very, very popular weekend in Las Vegas. Those couple weekends that center right around Halloween are they're it's the busiest time of the year, outside of New Year's. So, it's something I wouldn't have understood over 5 years ago, but the Halloween season, and hence the name of the Freak Show. You can only imagine what it's like on an average weekend in Las Vegas, let alone Halloween. So it's a really interesting time. If you like the people watch, it's you're able to have a pretty good experience there.
The Westgate, of course, a former Las Vegas Hilton. not on the strip, but just off the strip, easy to get to by monorail. The Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino rates are affordable, $89 through the event, 4-day event. Call them 866-731-7259 and use the code SRMN5. It's just on Paradise Road there. Great experience for the kids, but something to do for everybody in Las Vegas. And you mentioned it being the holidays. Las Vegas is a little bit freaky during Halloween.
Yeah, I was just there. I got in 2 nights ago. I was out in at part of the UFC's International Fight Week. We had an event, and it wasn't Halloween, but I tell you what, it might have passed for Halloween, it's just about anywhere in the world. But it's a neat place. It's it's a place that just about anybody can get into just about anything. But you know what it is? It's truly a tremendous place for families too. The folks in Las Vegas have really developed the town for that for that aspect to make it much more family friendly. So it's a great place for families to visit as well.
Talk to us about the rules. What rules do you wrestle under?
We'll use folk style rules with college out of bounds rules in the tournament, which makes a lot of fun. The younger the wrestlers like to have some of that experience of what it's like to be a college wrestler.
I love it. And of course, produced under the NHSCA and Rocky Mountain National Events coordinator. So, talk to us about the divisions. What age groups are eligible to wrestle in this event, and from what to what?
Well, we have 2 high school divisions for boys. One we call varsity, and another we call elite. And we'll get many of the nation's premier wrestlers competing in the elite division. We'll have quite a few college coaches there in attendance. It's grown into that type of event where everybody has that level of expectation. And then, so that's our elite division, and we have a varsity division. Many high schools bring their entire clubs and want to get those kids into those types of matches. Then we have a middle school division, an elementary division. We also have mirroring in divisions in the women's, and that's grown quite a bit for us as well. So we expect a pretty darn good turnout in the women's side.
I would think so. And so you've got women's, girls, high school boys, and youth all together, making this just an absolutely huge event. It's almost freakish in nature. That perhaps will lend its name for the name itself, the Freak Show of Amateur Wrestling. The event based originally out of talent-rich California, and I think 34 states attended that year in 2012. How many states are you expecting this year?
I would say at least 34. It's very well attended. We might push 40 states. Kids from those different locations. So we definitely have a sense that it's grown. We've had a lot more interest than we've had in the past. It's on a great weekend. So it'll be. I expect all those things to step up to another level.
All right, so folks, again, don't forget, make your hotel reservations. There's only so many rooms at the $89 rate. Check the website. Easy enough to get to newwaywrestling.com. That's newwaywrestling.com. State associations are being represented here. Membership, you got to be a member, and the easiest thing to do, again, click on at the website and tell you all about membership. And the Freak Show coming up. We want you to be a part of it. Now, talk to us a bit about some of the other events you do, Dave, because this is not the only one.
Well, I mean, people think of New Way, it's the organization. It's just maybe a series of events in one organization, but we reach across we're very much kind of a developmental organization. We work with many other organizations to create new, interesting events in different markets. Really, just trying to stimulate the sport of wrestling.
Okay.
And so we have events like I just came back from International Fight Week. We're in an event involving the UFC, NHSEA, the National High School Coach Association organization. It's managed by the Ferraros and Ed Gutierrez's organization, Rocky Mountain National Events. We had a successful event there. It grew by 25% this year. I work in an event and experience with Martin Floriani, his Flow Nationals. My team, helps manage that behind the scenes, and then we work with the NWCA. We run the multi-divisional national duels, which is also something that we can combined a youth and high school team dual meet experience for both men's and girls, which we'll have over 3,000 athletes compete in that in Fort Wayne in January. So there, and then we're grassroots, so we have hundreds and hundreds of events on the developmental level, but we have these really cool events that we have on a national level that are, we feel are unique and fit to certain spaces. So, we do quite a few things. We're willing to work with just about anybody.
And I know you have a Hall of Fame as well. What are the qualifications to be considered for the Freak Show Hall of Fame?
To be a champion in twice in the elite level.
I've got 5. I'm looking at pictures of 5 that are 3-time, and then there's Mark Hall, who has yet to make his collegiate choice, by the way, who's a 2-time champ. But Nico Villarreal, Z Valencia, Isaiah Martinez, Anthony Valencia, and Derek Jones, all 3-timers, and then Mark Hall checks in with 2. That's a pretty good grouping of talented young guys with their eyes on Olympic gold medals.
Yeah, it's a group of guys. If I was going to get involved in a fight in a back alley, I'd want them on my side. So yeah, really, really talented group of young men, and some of them are really making their mark on every level that they go to. I tell you what, they're very impressive. Not to really go on a sidebar, but it's really amazing what you see. For me, besides Isaiah Martinez, of course, it's an incredible NCAA tournament and season that he had this year as a freshman. But the 2 Valencia boys, I remember them when they were just little guys. I mean, really little. I never thought they'd get big.
Right.
But they're really growing up.
Really
They're great. Just what tremendous wrestlers they are. And then you see Mark Hall and what he's doing now. It's just amazing.
It's interesting if you look at those talented group. Of that group, on our radio program this Saturday, we have Zahid and Mark Hall amongst our group it's our college commitment show, and those guys are already booked on the show for this Saturday. So it's going to be an interesting show, but at least 2 of the guys on the show are already in the Hall of Fame, the Freak Show Hall of Fame. Our guest, Dave Dean, the event coming up, you want to make sure this is part of your schedule, as so many already have. October 23rd through the 25th, the Freak Show of Amateur Wrestling, Las Vegas Convention Center. It's the Southwest Kickoff Classic. Check out the website, newwaywrestling.com, or if you want to just Google it, go to Vegas Freak Show. It's easy enough. It will come up, I guarantee you. Dave, anything we've missed today? Any information you want to impart?
No. I guess we're all set, Scott.
All right, partner. Well, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun event. Best of luck in the continued effort there with the camp today. I really like the idea that there are Japanese families back home in Japan watching their kids that have traveled all the way to New York to watch this thing or to be a part of the camp that you're helping with there. And I like the fact that they're watching back in Japan, whether it's 13 or 20 hours difference. I don't know, but I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. The things we're able to do today, even this Skype call, with you.
Yeah,
I can't imagine all this stuff 10 years ago.
technology, baby, technology. It doesn't wait for any man. Dave Dean, always good to talk to you. Thank you so much. Look for it online again. Vegas Freak Show. It's coming up October 23rd. Make your plans now. Don't wait. Get your hotel reservations in. Travel arrangements made. Make sure your kids are registered as well. For all of us, for Dave Dean, I'm Scott Casper. This has been another Takedown interview, and we appreciate you watching.